Go ahead and talk.
Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. I don't hear anything.
Testing. That's because we're still muted. Welcome back. I'm IndieRPM,
I'm the Curio Hunter.
and this is Unbox the Universe, where we unbox trading cards so you don't have to. If you're watching this, I'm assuming by now you have realized
That Indy is so cool that his camera is froze.
really slow. It's almost as if I don't even know if I'm really here. Is this one working? Barely. Oh, let me turn that volume down real quick. My apologies. Let's see here.
Our monitor is working.
Yep. I'm going to have Curio talk to you for just a minute while I try to figure out what's going on with my camera. If we can't get it figured out, we're going to keep going. I've got another option here.
All right. Well, welcome to tonight's show. We're not on our usual night, but thank you for joining us nonetheless. It's one of those things where we're just trying to get everybody healthy. It seems like this time of year, and we had some sickness, we had some illness amongst us, and so tonight was the night when we're going to try to do a little bit of a makeup. And so because of that, we're once again switching up the schedule. So tonight, what we have for you is our first quarter sort of recap. And you might be saying to yourself, well, there's still more weeks in the first quarter, and we realize that. But in order to get our guest, Declan Dan, in, and also, let's see, in order to get our Minecraft episode in before the movie comes out, we need to change things up and do this tonight. So what we've got are some of our favorite hits from most of the boxes that we've opened in this last quarter. So we'll be going through some of that. Indy, have you had any luck with your camera yet, or do you want me to just keep going?
Just keep going.
All right.
It is promising.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Well, before we get into that, I will give you just a brief rundown of our upcoming schedule as it sits tonight, but as we've seen, that could change on a weekly basis. But it looks like next week we plan to do My Little Pony Series 6 box with our guest Declan Dan, who calls himself a brony, which I had never heard of, but he's got he's got some kids at home, and he's more familiar with My Little Pony than I think either of us are. So we're excited to have him come and look at some of the cards with us, and he may recognize more of the characters, be able to give some background information, so we're looking forward to that. I think that's going to be our March 18th show. Then for March 25th, we're looking at doing some Minecraft trading cards if they come in. So we may end up having to do another mail day here soon, and hopefully they come in. So we'll just have to see. But that's that. And then April 1st, April Fool's Day. We'll just have to see. Who knows what we'll have on for that one. And then April 8th, I believe, is our 25th main episode. And so we're going to do a Star Trek 25th anniversary box that was sent in from Jared from Illinois. So thank you for that. I should also mention the My Little Pony Series 6 box, which I will show here in front of me if you can see that, or if not, down here. But in any case, we actually got that by winning a giveaway from the archivist at tradingcardarchives.com. Very nice guy. I really like his channel and what he's doing there. And he really has some of the, I'm going to say more obscure, which is actually very similar to what we do. Always enjoy some of his episodes. They give information like what we try to do, so along the same lines. But maybe someday we'll be able to do some sort of collaboration with him if things work out that way. So. In the lecture show.
Welcome back. I'm IndieRPM, and here I am.
All right. Welcome.
Give us a second to catch up. For those of you that are watching on TikTok, thank you guys so much for showing up. This is a dual live stream. Well, we're not actively monitoring the chat. I do have it up. In fact, I will root it and we'll say hello right now. Give me just a sec here. Send. Boom. Hello from Indy. Hopefully you guys see that. And Curio, thanks for being here tonight.
Yeah, glad to do it.
Yeah. I overheard you mentioning some of the things that you were hoping to accomplish. But I apologize, I didn't get a full recap on it. So can you basically catch me up on what we're doing here?
Sure. So next week we're looking at doing our My Little Pony with Declan Dan, our guest. After that, Minecraft in honor of the upcoming Minecraft movie.
Okay.
Then we've got April 1st is April Fool's Day. So that one's a secret.
Yeah.
But it should be fun. And then April 8th is our 25th main episode. So we'll be doing a Star Trek 25th anniversary box that was sent in by Jerry from Illinois. So that's upcoming, and we're pretty excited about that. And then it will just keep going, you know, into Easter and beyond. So we've got a pretty fun lineup. At least in my mind, it's a pretty fun lineup. So all different kinds of things. Hopefully you enjoy it. If you want to see something specific that's not going to break the bank, feel free to leave it in the comments. I mean, we'll try. But I've also been spending an awful lot here lately, so I'm trying to back it off a little bit.
Why?
I love cards, and they're not the cheapest of things.
No, they aren't.
And the thing is, there's much more expensive cards out there. So, like, if you're a serious collector and you're getting like the collector's editions and the premium boxes, you can easily spend hundreds of dollars for one box. You know, and here we are. I mean, we're trying to do maybe a box a week or maybe half a box a week and stuff like that. And so we'll see. Anyway.
Okay.
So for tonight,
I noticed you had some interesting stuff there in front of us. And I'm going to try to do something a little different here.
okay.
I realize this light's going to be in the way, so I'm going to try to move it down just a little bit. And so while we've had some technical difficulties, I do think that I have added a little something extra.
Okay.
We now have an overhead camera. We can utilize this to showcase what you have here. So if you want to hold something up like that, I just bought all the cards a second time. But just to give you an idea of some of the things that we have opened within the last quarter. As Curio said, the idea is, we're a little bit ahead of the curve, but this is the time that we need to do it in order to make headway on here.
So tonight we wanted to give you a little bit of a recap, give you sort of our thoughts on some of these boxes, show off our favorite cards one last time, give you questions, or give you an opportunity to ask questions
If you thought of any, and then once we do that, we'll sort of move these off the shelf, clean the shelf off, put some of them up for sale, take some home for the kids, whatever, we'll go from there. So I guess we might as well get started. And the first one I will talk about
is our Super Mario, the trading card collection. Now this is by Panini, and this one even has it's in like euros, you know, the price on the box and stuff. So, but this particular hanger box or whatever came with 40 cards plus 2 limited edition cards. And those 40 cards were in 5 different packs. And so we've selected the limited edition ones of Daisy and Rosalina just because they were the fanciest ones. I don't know if that camera's still up or not.
You know what? I've got a trick here. If you want, let me see here. I will add, and I apologize. My intent was never to test this out with everybody live on the stream, but
this is the time we've got actually.
Yeah.
So
a lot of times it just helps to make sure I got the right one. Okay, so we're gonna copy this one. I'm gonna go to scene 3, paste. Okay, Curio. So what we're gonna want to do is lift our light back up here. And I'm going to need to make one adjustment here real quick.
All right.
But I'll let you talk about what we
Sure. Well, and I was going to say that this particular product wasn't bad. It wasn't the cheapest of things out there, but you can get, they have some like gold cards. They have some sports themed cards and stuff like that. And if you're a fan of Super Mario, which I am, then a lot of the characters, some of the power ups and stuff like that will be recognizable. And so it's a fun card to collect. I will also say they do this sport version of like a card as well, which I don't necessarily recognize. Almost puts me more in mind of like Super Mario Wii or something along those lines. But in any case, so that is Super Mario, the trading cards. All right. Sure.
So I think that's centered right back up where it belongs. Hopefully that's it.
We've got so many cameras and arms and lights and stuff that.
Okay. So we're gonna try this like this. You'll see it in just a second.
All right.
And then we'll go back to our typical normal format. But this will give us a chance to sort of showcase what's on the table, what we have, and what we're planning on opening. Bring this back up just a little better. Okay, and I'm going to slide this over. Another transition for you guys. Boom. Okay.
All right.
So what do we want to start with? You already had...
All right, so I've gone through the Super Mario
Okay.
cards. So anything that's out there is up for grabs.
So up next, you will notice this is... Here, let me put it in front. Well, no, I guess that camera's not up. Put it right here. This is a Marvel annual box that we had that I was fortunate enough to be able to talk Curio into getting. And we actually had some really great cards out of this one. This is a Luke Cage. These were some of the premium pulls, I believe, correct?
Yeah, and then just some of
Ones
the
that we
some
really
of the ones
liked.
that we liked and
Yeah.
stuff. I mean, there's and for me, not knowing that many Marvel superheroes because
Mhm.
the movies are what got me into Marvel,
Mm-hmm.
not necessarily the comic books and stuff. Which, and so like my knowledge base is just not quite there for many of these. But I found it interesting. You were talking about the stats that they had on the back, which I really find that interesting.
Yeah.
And you said you used to like compare superheroes and like what if they were to go up against each
Mhm.
other, and like they had the stats that were on the back. And so I do find that to be pretty interesting. This was a fun box to open, and like I said, I not necessarily in my wheelhouse, but I still enjoyed it nonetheless. So.
Okay, I'm going to do one more transition here, and this should put us back to normal. Okay. So now we have our cards up. If you give us a second, Curio's screen should catch up. But some of the cards that we have showcased here was, I believe this is the 2022 Superhero of the Year card. That was one of the top. I'm trying to think. What they had listed is, was MI3, was that the classification for that one?
I don't remember without pulling out the pack and reading.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah.
Definitely looks like it.
Then we had the annual cover. This is the number one for Spider-Man, Miles Morales. We had a holographic with a silver background with one of my favorite X-Men, Cyclops. Pull that back just so you can see it a little better. And then there was just a few cards that we thought were interesting. This is the top teams of 2020. This is the Knights of X, which I believe are all mutants. Just a bit. And then these last two, quite frankly, it was just the artwork, I believe, that was
Well,
nice.
so I mean, Mystique is one of my
Yeah.
favorites, and so I was trying to think, and I don't think it is, but it kind of reminded me. What's that? There's a show, and now I'm not even going to be able to remember it. but it was like Starlight was her name or whatever. It's got it's on like right now. I can't. Does anybody remember this? Like you can put it in the comments.
Is it the boys?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, okay, yeah. And so I was just like that can't be because like they wouldn't put Marvel people in there, or whatever. But it reminded me of one of the characters off of that. So
Yeah.
in any case, yeah. See, I'm like I said, new to this, so. But if we do enough of these, I'll start to learn a thing or two. So. All right, so that is our Marvel annual box. I'm going to
Go ahead and move those. I'll put these away. All right, we're going to move on to another box.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just going to show off a little bit from the Mulan box. And these are some of the hits, and like if you can see, I'll hold it up here. The Mulan box that we had. I believe we did this for our Chinese New Year episode. The box isn't too bad looking. I mean, it's got some neat stuff on the inside. Lots of cards of different kinds. I found that to be a pretty enjoyable box as well. So that if you're a fan of the Mulan movie, now this is the animated one, not the live action one. But if you're a fan of the Mulan movie, then this could be a box for you.
Okay. Up next, Fortnite.
Sure.
Okay, I'm going to transition our camera over here real quick. So this is our Fortnite box. Try to get that where you can see this. This was a Fortnite 2021 Trading Cards Series 3. And to be quite honest, we weren't super familiar with Fortnite to begin with. But there were a few cards that we really thought were really good. I do see that you happen to pick out one.
Right.
But the ones that we had pulled here, just as interesting cards, we didn't realize that there were so many different rare harvesting tools and how they utilized unusual objects, paired them together. There were multiple ones that we just thought were hilarious.
Right.
But the ones that we have here, no necessarily preference, but we really liked the rescue paddle, which had a life preserver strapped to it. We thought that was hilarious. And then on the other side, obviously a normal, I think they call that, what did we say that was? Revoker, I think. Yeah, was a Revoker. We had another one for a Woolly Warrior. This is just an outfit card, which a lot of the cards were. This is card number 98. It is considered a rare outfit. And then one of my personal favorites, I'm glad that this happened to come out. I just thought that this was funny. The card is named Contract Giller, and it's got a fish, a goldfish, who sort of has a James Bond look. And if you guys have seen our video, it's one of the thumbnails that we put on there. I just thought that was hilarious. So that's why I put it up there.
Yeah, I mean, it's a popular game, and I can see why. And it's just, it's fun cards and stuff. One thing we didn't show off because we didn't open it up yet fully, but they have this box came with
cracked dice cards as well, and of course that's considered one of your hits of the box and stuff. So I mean, obviously that's
we wanted to keep these in the box.
Yeah, because we're gonna come back to that one down the road when the schedule allows. I'm gonna move on to the next one. This one was by Cardsmith. This was their Currency Series 4. And this one was also not one of the cheapest ones. It has 2 packs in the box with 5 cards per pack, and this thing is sold out now. You have the chance of getting
some cryptocurrency, like redeemable cryptocurrency, even one whole Bitcoin, which somebody would have cashed in pretty good. But anyway, so some of the cards from that one, of course, the Bitcoin card, just because that
I feel like that's kind of. You got to go with that, and then also we got one of the like holofoil Dogecoin cards and stuff like that. So out of 10 cards,
those are our favorites. And actually, this one, if I remember right, this video did have quite a bit of interest.
Yeah,
because now Cardsmiths also does a Bob Ross series, which we opened up on one of our mail days. If it hasn't been posted yet, I apologize for spoiling, but we do have that coming up. And they also do like a Golden Girls thing, which we haven't done. They do some Street Fighter cards, so they do some interesting things. So we'll be interested to see what else they come out with going down the road, and what we can afford.
So jumping into the Uno Elite. So one of the things that was important to me with opening trading cards was we realized that there's quite a bit of fans that collect trading cards but aren't necessarily interested in Fortnite, Marvel, My Little Pony. So we tried to be a little adventurous and get some football cards in, but still fit the weird niche of where we feel that we feel a need, which is obscure cards that a lot of people don't know about. And one of the things that we found, if you can, let me hold up on these big boxes here. This is the Uno Elite 2024 Core Edition. It includes draft players, and it allows you to play Uno in a very unique way. With its own set of rules, you can draft players and get through it. Where I found this deck the most interesting, though, is when was it these two boxes? So essentially, we had taken these two boxes,
which are their booster packs,
and we were just going to open them up, sort of go through them, compare the difference between the two booster packs, and see what. Boy, that camera really needs adjusted better. Let me move this over real quick. What we wanted to do was to show off one of these booster packs and then compare it to the other one. But what actually ended up happening was we opened it and very quickly realized that they were identical and ordering cards.
With the exception of the 4 collectible foil cards.
Yes.
Those were different. So, and maybe they do that on purpose. Maybe so that you have an equal draft.
Yeah.
If you're, because I mean they are considered draft packs. So I could see maybe that would be something like they're identical, so that when you're drafting, everybody's got sort of an equal chance or whatever. And then you have your collectible things that are going to be different. So I don't know.
Yeah, agreed. But I found it interesting. It wasn't like we knew a whole lot of the players. I'm a loose fan, casual Sunday. Usually only when big things are at stake. Curio and I watched quite a few Super Bowls together and actually had Super Bowl parties. But the daily grind of just getting to it, we're just way too busy.
Right. Yeah. And the thing is, we don't know because the big box came with the core set and also, I believe, a draft pack essentially in there. And we had opened it on a separate day, and so we didn't pay attention, and then we got them all shuffled up. So we couldn't go back to look to see if those were the same as in the draft packs as well, without going back to the video and
comparing them or whatever. But that's something interesting.
Yeah.
To look into, I guess. But so that is it for our recap of the first quarter.
Yeah.
So all in all, like I said, it was, well, you said it, a wide variety of cards here and stuff. But we'll try to do some at least football cards for our Super Bowl episodes and stuff. And like I said, there's a mixture. You may see some of these things again. You may not see some of these things again. Who knows?
We hope that you see several of these on our eBay store eventually, and
right.
You can fill your own collections with them.
Yeah, we also had done like a Mummy Returns, but we didn't get any like major hit out of that, and it was a viewer sent in, and in all honesty, we're chasing like probably an autograph card or a costume relic card or something like that out of that. I enjoy the movie, like don't get me wrong, but it was one of those things where we're really hoping for an autograph or something out of that one. You may have seen an Assassin's Creed box in this one, and we're still trying to put together like a base
set so we can show you a complete set someday. And then we're also working on a Disney Princess box. doggone it, it was one of those technical difficulties got to us, and so we are trying to. We'll either work it out, or we'll redo it, or something like that, and post it as a midweek mini. But we'll get to that one as well, and then that I think really does wrap up our whole first quarter so far. So with that said. I think that's about all we have to say for tonight. We do have some merch available. If you have some cards that you think need to be shared with people,
You can just point it out.
check out the website, and it has instructions for that as well. If you've got some of these boxes and you've got some good hits, let us know in the comments. If you want to see us go in a certain direction with some of the cards, let us know in the comments. I mean, we're here. Or let us know in the live chat since we are live here and stuff. But we're trying to curtail this channel to you, and we hope that you find some value in seeing about these different boxes. Maybe, hopefully, you're watching these before you decide whether you want to purchase. And we're either saving you from purchasing something you might not want, or we're confirming that it's a product you wanted in the first place and helping you go down that path. But in any case. I think that's all we've got for tonight's episode, unless you've got anything else.
I don't believe I do. I want to thank everyone for watching, as always. If you are on TikTok, stick around. You may have another video following this one. If you give it just a short break, you will see an instant replay for one of our other videos that came out this week that... well, everyone on YouTube has got a chance to see it. Those on TikTok have not. So once we end the stream, I'm going to go in, fix the TikTok stream, and then we'll begin. It should be a mail day that we put up. So that stream will be starting up real quick. You'll probably have to refresh your page or go back to our page to do it. But beyond that, I believe I'm done. If you're done,
I'm done.
Okay. I'm IndieRPM.
I'm the Curio Hunter.
And this has been Unbox the Universe, where we unbox trading cards so you don't have to.
Happy collecting.
See you next week.